April 22nd, 2025. It is 6:30 PM, and I call the Board of Selectmen meeting to order. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. First order of business is our regular meeting minutes from April 8th, 2025.
Make a motion to accept those minutes as written.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Moving on to community relations and announcements.
The annual town election is Saturday, May. Ballots now available, town clerk's office as well. Deadline to request a mail-in ballot is Monday, April 28th at 5 p.m. The annual town meeting is Monday, May 19th at Charlton Middle School. Charlton Earth Fest is Saturday, April 26th. That's from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the town common. Dementia-friendly Charlton is seeking new volunteers to join the team. A part of the DFS mission is to build connections with the community, and to the end, we invite interested individuals to join us in the following roles: the Veterans Legion, student volunteer, member living with dementia. The meetings are open to public on the first Wednesday of each month at 2:30 p.m. and they have them at Community Room at the Charlton Public Library. You can find more information on the town's website. The Charlton Public Library and the Charlton Board of Health will host a presentation by Dr. Steve Rich. He's a professor of microbiology at UMass Amherst on a tick-borne disease and how to prevent them. That's on Tuesday, May 6th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in Dexter Hall. The Charlton Library is looking forward to hosting the annual art exhibit for the Charlton Cultural Council. That's from May 5th to the May 16th. Everyone is invited to the opening reception on Thursday, May 8th from 6 to 7 p.m. That's that.
All right, thank you. Is there anybody here for open forum? Mr. Sage.
Stephen Sage, Lincoln Point Road, Charlton. I've been a resident of Charlton for a little over 40 years now, and as far as I can remember, although somebody said this did happen last year as well, I cannot remember a time when a political party endorsed candidates in our local town elections. I look at our local town elections as a nonpartisan position. I've never thought of anybody as representing the Democratic, Republican, Green, Libertarian, Constitution, Natural Law, or New Order parties in this country. So it was disturbing to see that the election coming up, candidates were endorsed by at least one of the committees in town. So my question to each of you as select persons.
Excuse me, Mr. Sage, this is a discussion. You can make a public comment, but we
I
won't
mean-
be responding.
I would really like to know how anybody feels as whether it's an appropriate for a political party to endorse local candidates in a local election versus a state election or a national election where political parties are actively involved. Because I'm feeling that, well, maybe I should form my own party if this is the case of what's going to happen in the future. And maybe I'll join the New Order Party, which used to be the Nazi Party, or the National Socialist White People's Party. They've changed their name, and endorse candidates. I'm not sure how anybody on our current panel would feel about that. I'm very concerned that if this is the direction we're going, that it represents a real problem. And if anybody wants to contact me individually on this, since you're not going to answer the question here, you're free to welcome to contact me.
Thank you for your public comment. Is there anybody else here for public comment? Yes.
Good evening, Lori Degnan, Osgood Road. I've been a resident of town for 62 years. Sorry, it sounds so funny. I have a comment to make, and then I'm gonna have a request at the end if I could. So, this is about the new Climate Act that was voted in 2024. Andrew's touched on it a couple months back, but I've been attending some DPU and energy facility facility siting board meetings. And I expressed some concerns about losing our local control and that the state is overburdening small towns with solar. Charlton has done more than their share with over 28 large-scale projects, some with battery storage, and 3 new freestanding lithium-ion battery projects already permitted. I urge the DPU members to mandate equitable siting instead of the burden falling on just a few towns like Charlton. There's a lot to it. There's over 700 pages, so there's a lot in there. But I think many residents believe that our existing utility solar zoning bylaws will continue to limit more solar farms, battery parks, and where they can be located. And annual town meeting voters overwhelmingly supported this zone back in 2019. The new climate law forces us all to accept more. The carbon neutral goals set by our governor advocate for huge projects by allowing projects over 25 megawatt DC and over 100 megawatt hours of battery storage to go directly. You go directly to the Energy Facility Siting Board in Boston, issuing one comprehensive permit and circumventing our local zoning. The state gets to their solar goals quicker and developers make more money, citing one 100 megawatt project versus 20 of the smaller projects. They're only required to have a community meeting similar to the Energy Facility Siting Board meeting when they located the LNG facility here in town. And they do have time limits and all. But what I'd like the Board of Selectmen and the TA to consider is adding this to another agenda, maybe having an open discussion, and decide if we would commit to supporting the voters and advocate for Charlton to be able to opt out of the new law by sponsoring an executive order to modify the new clean energy bill. It's called an Act Promoting Clean Energy Grid, Advancing Equity and Protecting Ratepayers. If a city or town hosts sufficient megawatt DC of solar generation and/or battery energy storage systems to power all its residences, then a town can legally opt out and continue to follow its own zoning regulation. This change will help equally distribute renewable energy and its assets and mandate that all 351 cities and towns host solar and batteries, and not just a handful of our small towns. Like I said, we already have 28 to 30 large-scale projects, and this provides more than twice the electricity to power our homes. So our bylaw still allows additional renewable growth and batteries in specific zones. We currently have some good equity in our homes. Charlton is still a desirable town to live in, but our reputation and possibly home values could be affected if we become known as the energy corridor. With these projects, Millennium Power Plant, the 2 million gallon LNG facility, it's about time other towns do their part and not just buy the solar that we provide. Also, if you believe in supporting the vote that we, in our zoning that we voted in 2019, then I would love it if you would read and sign the petition from change.org, Equitable Solar Siting. All 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts share the burden. I have a couple packets if I could give you. Thank you.
And we'll discuss getting this on the agenda so we can have a discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next step would be, so this says you don't have to go through the planning board first. We're looking to take a vote on opting out. Correct?
I think that's what we'll have a discussion about, what action we want to take.
Yeah.
Maybe our action is to go to the planning board.
Yeah.
All right, is there anybody else here for open forum? Hello.
Phyllis Hanlon, Main Street. Karen Spiewak, Sunset Drive. We are members of the Earth Day Planning Group, and we just want to remind people that Earth Day, the celebration and the cleanup is coming up on Saturday. Registration is available right now online. If people go to townofcharlton.net and they search for Earth Day Committee, they'll find a link there for registration. We urge people to sign up for a street to clean up. We've got quite a number of registrations already, but we still have some streets available. If you go to Facebook, you can also find information about the cleanup and sign up there as well. At 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, we will begin the sign-ins on the Common. Members of the Earth Day Planning Group will be there handing out sturdy trash bags, grabbers, heavy-duty gloves. We also have wildflower seeds that we are giving out in boxed water. The cleanup goes from 8 o'clock till probably noontime or so. People can bring their trash bags, the full trash bags, behind Town Hall. We'll have a dumpster there, and they can leave the bags there. Beginning at 11, we are starting the Earth Fest, and we've got a number of different vendors, local. There's a man selling honey and birdhouses. The Lions Club will be there, the Charlton Garden Club, Cape and Hill Nature Sanctuary, just to name a few. If the weather is bad, as it looks like it might be, everything will be moved inside the library to Dexter Hall on the second floor. We have some musical entertainment coming. There are 3 food trucks in addition to the vendors, and festivities conclude at 2 p.m. and we hope to see everybody on Saturday.
Excellent.
Great, thank you.
I was here to help her, but she got it all.
As far as signups for streets, how do you think it's going compared to other years? Is it better, same?
Fairly well.
Yeah.
There were, I think Kathy said there were 30 new registrants, so there were
Okay.
about 61 or so who had signed up in the past. But more new people are signing up. And I think that they're becoming more aware. The sign in front of the library posts it, the electronic sign. Flyers have been posted around town. It's on the Facebook page, and it was in the newspaper. So word's getting out.
You mentioned about the dumpster being open Monday.
Yeah, the dumpster will be there until Monday. The pickup, the cleanup is on Saturday, but if people don't get back to the dumpster on Saturday, they still have an opportunity to get there by Monday morning.
We just need the weather to cooperate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, last call for open forum. Seeing none, moving on to appointments and resignations.
All right, today we just have the appointment of the Council on Aging Outreach Coordinator. 32 applications were received for the Outreach Coordinator position. Interviews were offered to 4 candidates and held by Michelle Drum, Susan Crockett, and Lynn Dyer. The Council on Aging is recommending the appointment of Shawnee Boyce with an anticipated start date of April 28th, 2025. The board has signed a signatory appointment, and tonight you are asked to reaffirm her appointment.
Mr. Chair, so moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. All right, we have a scheduled appointment now at 6:45.
All right, 6:45, being a joint appointment with the planning board for an alternate member. Attached is a talent bank form from Lori Degnan seeking to be appointed as alternate member to the planning board. The planning board recommends the appointment. The vote of appointment must be done jointly by a majority of both boards and by roll call vote. So do we have a majority of the planning board here?
Do. Bill Fontaine, taking Pine Land, member of the planning board. We have 2 members and a prospective alternate member here. So we also, I think, posted for the meeting. Should we
So you just have to open up your meeting.
open up our
You
meeting?
have a
still?
quorum, yeah, you have a quorum, yeah.
we can open the meeting without quorum, just can't
You just can't vote.
vote,
Yeah.
if that makes a difference.
Do you have another member come?
Not definitely.
You might have to belay it to another meeting then.
Let me, is there other business you can attend to?
Oh,
Give us
oh.
10 minutes if.
Yeah.
We'll try to fill 10 minutes.
All right. Thanks for.
All right.
All right, moving along to new business.
All right. Tonight is the night for my annual review. So the board has been asked to conduct the annual town administrator evaluation for the period of May 1st, 2024 to May 30th, 2025. The evaluations of my performance have been provided by each member of the board and are attached to this packet. I really would like to thank the board for their support over the last year, and really happy to follow up with any concerns that might have been brought forward by any of the board members during the evaluation process. So, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. Job well done. Earned 4.8 out of the total of 5 points on the average, so great job.
Gotta find those other 2 points.
All right, moving right along to old business.
All right, for tonight, we just need the approval of the town meeting warrant. So your joint meeting with Finance Committee on Wednesday, April 16th, the board met to review and provide recommendations for the warrant articles for town meeting. Tonight, you're asked to formally approve the warrant for town meeting as presented, so that we can post it tomorrow.
Mr. Chair, so moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right. Moving along to our student select person report. Emma, you feel like doing, there's only one today. All right. Yeah.
All right, so for Bay Path, we are looking towards our Skills USA state competition, an opportunity to showcase students' technical leadership and workplace skills in various fields like welding, graphic design, and culinary arts, among many others. Our Massachusetts state competition is taking place next week, May 1st through the 3rd, with over 50 Bay Path students attending. We wish them all luck at the state competition. As for our sports, our spring sports are going strong with student athletes playing hard in all respective areas, including track and field, baseball, softball, and more. We continue to wish them all well and success and love having them as a part of our Bay Path sports family. As for our student council and steering committee, our members are actively involved in the preparation for junior and senior prom, focusing on decorations, music, and event logistics. Their goal is to make this year's prom a truly special occasion for each individual class, and we thank them for their hard work and cannot wait to see how everything turns out. And as always, don't forget to stop by the new Minutemen shop when you visit for a delicious meal or any service provided by our salon. It is a great spot to support student initiatives and school spirit. Thank you.
Okay, Emma. And Rosalie is away this week, so we don't have a Shepherd Hill report. And it looks like planning boards has quorum. All right. If you want to open your,
Planning board, like to open our meeting April 22nd, 6:45 at Town Hall. And the action before us is to get your opinions and assistance on selecting an alternate. The planning board has reviewed several candidates. We have an outstanding representative who is willing to serve as an alternate on the planning board. She's well-educated, articulate, does all her homework, comes prepared for every meeting that we have, and will make a fantastic addition to the planning board, especially in situations and scenarios where we evaluate alternative energy concepts. So I'd like to present Lori Degnan as a candidate for alternate for the town.
With that resume, I mean,
Fair point, absolutely.
we are glad to have you.
Hey, you guys need to make the recommendation for appointment, and it's by motion in a second, and then we'll take a roll call.
Thanks, Mr. Cullen. Perfect, thanks.
Yep.
Any, make a motion? You make a motion. Second. All in favor?
Roll call vote or all in
Yep.
favor?
So you need to do roll
roll
call.
call.
Yeah.
And a roll call vote?
Robert Berenger.
someone has to second it.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. There. Roll call.
Singer, aye.
Pete Lance, aye.
Masha Zarowski, aye.
Steve Coronis, yes.
Okay,
Congratulations.
awesome.
Now, does this mean she's automatically a write-in for the 5-year seat?
We tried. We had a write-in.
All right, I'm just curious.
Not automatic.
Not automatic, encouraged, or,
We tried, we begged, I begged.
Strongly encouraged.
We have closed the meeting.
So, planning board, anyone make a motion to close?
Make a motion to close our meeting.
All in favor?
Patsy, aye.
Bill Fontaine, aye.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
welcome, thank you.
Moving along, our town administrators report.
All right, I didn't have much this evening. I just want to make a quick announcement that we were awarded a $16,000 grant for the creation of a housing production plan. That's going to support the planning board in their development of that plan. It kind of helps with direction of housing development in the community. So looking forward to that, and just wanted to acknowledge that our fire station, the earthworks are ongoing and really kicking into high gear over there, so lots going on.
All right. Thank you. And tonight, we do have some other business that was unknown at the time of posting.
Right, so the Charlton Firefighters Association Local 4023 is requesting a toll road for the, to support MDA, and are requesting permission to host a boot drive near the intersection of Main Street and Masonic Home Road on April 26, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All donors will receive a 2.5-inch round sticker that has I Help Firefighters Help Jerry's Kids. This request has been forwarded and approved by Police Chief Dowd, contingent upon the following safety precautions: that all volunteers must wear bright colored vests, yellow, orange, green, or red, while soliciting donations. Orange traffic cones must be set out on Main Street and Masonic Home Road for a distance of not less than 50 feet on each respective way prior to reaching the toll station. Minimum of 5 cones on each roadway should be put in places at distance no greater than 10 feet apart. And signs warning voluntary toll road ahead must be erected on both Masonic Home Road and Main Streets not less than 75 feet from the toll collection area. I'd recommend the board approve the request.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. For next meeting, scheduled meetings, we have the annual town elections, May 3rd, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Heritage School. We have a regular select board meeting, May 13th, 2025, 6:30 p.m. in Meeting Room 1. And our annual town meeting, May 19th, 2025, 7 p.m. at Charlton Middle School.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move that the board go into executive session, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Number 3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation, police union contract. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, and the chair so declares, to return to open session if needed, and to adjourn. And a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Singer, aye.
Pete, aye.
Masha, aye.
Aye. Steve, aye.
All right. Thank you, everyone.